Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zang here, and today I have another commentated VGC 14 battle for you all since you guys hit 500 likes on the last video, so let's aim for another 500 on this one to support daily uploads. Anyway, as you know, I recently have been uploading a bunch of matches from a tournament I'm currently participating in called the Nugget Bridge Dodrio Cup. It's a single elimination tournament where you pair up with two other people, and in each round you battle another team. First team to have 2 wins basically advances on. The team that loses is obviously eliminated. The only exception to this tournament is you and your partners cannot use the same Pokemon, so if I use a Gengar, my partners can't use a Gengar. My partners in this tournament were Matt Coyle and Ray Rizzo, both obviously incredible VGC players. I'm sure you guys all know Ray. Matt has actually top 4'd and top 8 worlds before, and he's a really great team builder and player in general, so it's an honor to play with both of them. And we've been doing pretty well so far. I believe we were undefeated, 5-0, and we made it all the way to the semifinals. Now, in the semifinals, Ray actually lost his first game, so I knew that I would have to win in order for us to even have a chance to advance to the finals. Matt would also need to win, but I played before Matt, so basically if I lost this one, our team would be eliminated from the tournament, so there's actually a lot of pressure going into this match. You'll see my opponent, Lupin, is using Scrafty, Kangaskhan, Gardevoir, and Amoonguss. The 2 he did not bring were Tyranitar and Azumarill. I brought Gengar, Pyroar, Lucario, Azumarill, and the 2 I did not bring were Miltank and Hydreigon. The logic behind this is I knew that the only 2 Pokemon on his team that would give my Lucario trouble were Amoonguss and Azumarill. Otherwise, the Lucario can one-hit KO Kangaskhan, Scrafty, and Tyranitar, and can KO the Gardevoir with a Flash Cannon. So I knew Lucario was my win condition in this match. I needed to conserve that. That's why I brought it in the back. And Gengar and Pyroar gave me the best chances of KOing the 2 Pokemon that I needed to KO, Amoonguss and Azumarill. So let's get into this match. I think that's important to consider with the course of it. And you know, a lot of the times people like to just lead with their Mega Evolution, but I believe it's really important in conserving it and bringing it out in the right time, which is why I made the decision I did. So because he leads with Amoonguss and Gardevoir, I'm really happy. Amoonguss is obviously a great Pokemon to see when you do lead Pyroar, because obviously Pyroar can get that overheat one-hit KO. And I know Gardevoir can't one-hit KO my Pyroar unless he happens to be Specs with Psychic, but that means I'll be able to outspeed his Amoonguss and KO him with the overheat. On the first turn, I know Amoonguss has 2 options, Protect or Rage Powder. And I decide I'm going to Sludge Bomb the Gardevoir and Overheat. If he does Rage Powder, I'll be able to knock out the Amoonguss, which, like I said, is huge for me because of Lucario in the back. And if he protects, then I'll be able to do a lot of damage to the Gardevoir. So it's a trade-off I'm willing to take any day. He does go for the Rage Powder, meaning I will be able to knock out one of the biggest threats to my team. So I take that out of the way. That's really good for me. So, you know, on the first turn, it's really couldn't have gone any better for me, I guess. Of course, Gengar does waste its attack, but I'll take that any day. Getting the knockout onto Amoonguss is what I really needed. He's able to get a Thunder Wave, which I was kind of surprised to see from Gardevoir, but I'm actually happy about that because it means I don't take any damage. It also means Gengar does not lose its Focus Sash. He's going to switch in Scrafty now, which will intimidate me. That's not going to matter, but Scrafty, of course, gets super effective hits on both my Pokemon, Crunch onto Gengar and Drain Punch onto Pyroar. Now here I get a bit aggressive. I do double target the Gardevoir. I probably would have went for the Will-O-Wisp onto the Scrafty, but Scrafties carry Lumberry so often now, which is why I didn't want to just waste it, and I really wanted to knock out the Gardevoir. My opponent reads this really well, though, as he does go for the Protect, so he gets the Crunch off onto Scrafty, bringing me onto Gengar, bringing me down to my Focus Sash. Overheat is negated. Now, the following turn, I'm expecting a Drain Punch from the Scrafty, and I don't want my Pyro to faint just yet, and there's no reason it should faint, so I just bring in my Azumarill. I do get my Sludge Bomb off onto that Gardevoir. Gardevoir, you'll see, is able to hang on with just a bit of HP left, as he does go for a Moonblast instead of the Drain Punch into Azumarill. This caught me off guard. Definitely a great move on my opponent's end, doing a lot more than I expected. I was hoping Azumarill could come in by not taking any damage, but instead he catches me off guard completely. However, I'm still really happy about my position, because by getting in Azumarill, it means I'll be able to safely throw in the Gardevoir with the Aqua Jet. It also means Mega Lucario can actually just come out now and directly go for the close combat. Even if he has Azumarill in the back, Azumarill switching into a close combat is still not really that great, because Mega Lucario is just so powerful. I am able to Mega Evolve here, and I do go for the Aqua Jet and the close combat here, knowing like he doesn't really have any safe switch-ins at this point, other than the Azumarill. I do knock out the Gardevoir as he does not protect, and my Lucario does go for the close combat. I was kind of surprised to see that. I was expecting maybe a Chople Berry, but the Scrafty doesn't have the Chople Berry. I am able to knock it out, and I take an instant 3-1 lead. So, like I've been stressing the entirety of this game, it's all about positioning. It was all about getting Lucario, saving it towards the back, and making sure I conserved it. I'm obviously pleased to see this Kangaskhan come in because Lucario is one of the best checks to Mega Kangaskhan. He is going to Mega Evolve on the first turn. Of course, now Lucario, because it is Mega Evolve, does not have Inner Focus its ability anymore. So I do go for the double Protect here just to prevent any shenanigans from happening. I probably should not have done that actually because Kangaskhan very occasionally carries Substitute, which would have actually given me probably some trouble. But I just went for the double Protect here. Could have just close combated and play rough. He does go for the Sucker Punch here, but there's really no chance of it KOing, even though I am at -1, because I am fighting type, I'm still going to resist that, so it's not going to do very much at all, as Lucario is able to get a full power close combat off, gonna one-hit knock out that Kangaskhan, and Lucario really proving clutch. Like I said, when I saw in team preview, I knew Lucario would be the key to winning this match, and that's exactly what happened. So, Lucario really able to clutch it through after after a huge key knockout onto that Amoonguss prior to everything else in the battle. And yeah, really, if anything, this is an important lesson in VGC, conserving the most important Pokemon on your team and using it to your advantage at the end of the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that match. It was actually really, really intense. I ended up closing it out though, which is great. So now my team is 1-1. It all comes down to Matt Coyle and his game as to whether we advance to the finals of the Dodrio Cup on Nugget Bridge. If we actually do advance to the finals, we get invites to the Nugget Bridge Invitational, which is a 32-man invitational, obviously, tournament. You have to be invited through a bunch of different methods, but this is one of the ways. If we do qualify, that would be great, especially because the invitational offers over $1,000 in prizes. That tournament's taking on Nugget Bridge's Twitch, I believe in July, so follow their Twitch if you don't already. Anyway, that's it for today's match. Let's hit 500 likes on this video like always, and I'll see you next time. Alright, peace.